Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top down analysis video on the gold and GJ. So as usual, we are going to start our analysis with the monthly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 30 minutes. We are going to start first with the gold monthly time frame. Now on the gold, as we can see, we had a resistance right here, and as we can see that we had the last monthly candle close above the resist. Now there is a pretty high probability for this monthly candle to come up and retest these highs which were created earlier. So now let's see what is happening on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, as we can see, we had a resistance right here, and we had last weekly candle close above the resistance. So now for the current weekly candle, I see a pretty high probability to open up, come down, maybe retest the recent broken zone and come up to not only fill the wick, but to maybe to come up to retest these previous highs created by the price, and maybe most probably create a new higher high. Right, this is something I'm anticipating on the weekly time frame. Now let us see what is happening on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, as we can see, we had the resistance price created a new high here, and as you can see, we had the daily candle close bearish. So basically we have a new resistance created by the price there as well. So there is a potential for the daily candles to come down and finally maybe find some kind of support to come up and retest these highs as we saw on the weekly and the monthly time frame. Right, so now let's see what is happening on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we can see that the candles are coming down at the moment. So as we can see here, the 4-hour candles are coming down, and we have a support right here. Also, we have one more support. Price might reject this area, or maybe the price might come to this support area, then find some kind of support in this area to come up and retest these highs as we saw on the daily and the weekly time frame. Now let's see on the 30-minute chart. On the 30-minute chart, as we can see, the price has been making lower lows and lower highs. As we can see, we created a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So as we can see, the price is making lower lows and lower highs, and this is the last low created by the price. Right, so if we mark this support, we can see, okay, this is our support and this is our resistance. Now from the 4-hour and the daily, we know that the price is coming down and we have a support right here. So there is a potential for the price to come down. So now in this situation, if we get 30-minute to 1-hour candle closing below this support, and there is a pretty high probability for the price to come down and retest the lows, as you can see this side, or maybe the price might come down to this support as well. At the same time, if we get 30-minute to 1-hour candle closing above the previous resistance as here, then I see a higher probability for the price to come up and retest the resistance right here. This is something I see on the 30-minute chart. On GJ monthly time frame, as we can see, the price is making higher highs and higher low. As we can see, we had the high, price broke this high, created a new high, broke this high, created a new high. So price is making higher highs and higher low. We are pretty much bullish on the monthly time frame. At the same time, we can see that we had this support, so candle closed below this support, and after that we closed back into the range. So this move to the downside has become a fake out, and now because we have closed back into the range, so now there's a pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest these highs created by the price earlier. So we are pretty much bullish on the monthly time frame. Now to find out more detail, let's go to weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we can see that we had a resistance, and at the same time, as we can see, the price is making higher highs and higher lows on the monthly time frame as well. As you can see, we created these highs, price broke these highs, created a new high, we broke these highs, created a new high. So at the same time, we are creating higher highs and higher lows. Right, so basically the price is having the bullish market structure on the weekly time frame, where we are creating higher highs and higher lows. Also, we can see that we have the last weekly candle close bullish, but a weak bullish candle, because we also have the rejection from the upside. So now there are two scenarios. The price might come up. If we come up, we can come up to not only fill this week, but maybe to next resistance area, or maybe to this area. But at the same time, if we start coming down, because we have the weak bullish candle with a rejection from the upside, so price might come down. In that scenario, we might find some kind of support in this area, then finally finding support and come up along the monthly time frame to retest the previous high created by the price. Right, so something like that we see on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame and see what's happening on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, as we can see, the price has been making higher highs and higher lows. So we are having a bullish market structure. We had this high, price broke the high, created a new high, then price came down, created a higher low, which is higher than the previous low. After that, we came up, broke this high, created a new high, and right now the price either may start going up from here, or we might come down to make a higher low and then come up along with the weekly and the monthly, which are already bullish. So if we look more closely, we can see see that okay, there is a resistance and there is a support right on the daily time frame. So we have resistance and the support right here. So now a lot depends upon which side we get the breakout, because if we get the breakout to the upside, suppose we get a daily candle closing above this resistance, then it becomes a high probability for the price to come up and retest the previous high. But at the same time, if we get a candle closing below this support, then it becomes a higher probability for the price to come down and retest the low of the range. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that okay, price created a high, higher low. So basically we had a high, higher low. After that we created a high, and then price broke this low and created a new low. So basically we can see that we have broken the market structure on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's see more details on the 30-minute chart. On the 30-minute chart, we can see that the price is making higher highs and higher lows. We have the high, higher low. We created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and right now we can see that price has made a new high. So if the price comes down, create some kind of support, then we can look for some kind of buying opportunity to come up and retest these highs on the left hand side. At the same time, we can see that we have a resistance and we have a support right here. So if we get a 30-minute or 1-hour candle closing above this resistance area, then we have pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest the highs of this range. Although we have some wicks and rejection on the left hand side, but if we trade during a high volume session like London session or the New York session, then we can anticipate the price to break through these wicks and rejection area. At the same time, if we get a candle closing below this area, then it becomes a pretty high probability for the price to come down and retest the lows or the other side of the range or the next support. So that's it, guys. This was the small analysis on the gold and GJ from the monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.